Salford, promoted last year. What can we expect from you this year in Super League?
Look, we're an unknown entity in that level, but hopefully you'll see a really good brand of rugby league. It's something we pride ourselves on last season, just playing some really good rugby. I think it's a little bit like the men. They play a really good rugby to watch, and we try and do the same. Not exactly like them, but in our own way. So I think you can see that, and I think you can expect to see us build as the season progresses.
You mentioned on stage it's a big step up. Are you ready for that?
I think so. I think we're all, conscious of the fact that it is a step up. We've been working super hard in pre-season. We started pre-season before Christmas. We've been ramping up as the weeks go on. We're under no illusion it is going to be tough. We're going to be going up against some really well-established sides that have been together a long time, not just as a playing group, but as a team, as a club. And we're new. We're still new. So we know what's coming, and we're fully ready for it.
Sort of new to Super League. You're almost pretty much new to Rugby League as well. How did that come about?
Yeah, look, I started playing under 2 years ago. I've played a lot of team sport, whether it's football, hockey, netball. Moved up north because obviously rugby league's not really a southern thing. And after COVID, wanted to get back into sport, and a coach, a friend, sort of kept pecking at me to come down and try. So I did, and then here I am.
I mean, everyone's going to ask about what you take from firefighting to rugby league, but what do you take from netball or hockey into rugby? Mind you, those are more violent sports than they appear, aren't they?
They are definitely more violent, more physical, and I think that's it. It's the physicality from those different sports. So in football, for example, I was a goalkeeper, so I can catch sometimes, which lends itself to rugby. Different shaped ball, but ultimately it's still the same processes, isn't it? Netball, again, catching, moving, those type of things. And I think it's just being able to pick up team sport and the tactical elements of those. I watch a lot of rugby league, so I gain that knowledge there as well. And hockey is just hard as nails.
It's funny enough at school getting hit on the ankle with the ball. Where's the accent from? That's not a Salfordian accent.
No, it's definitely not a Salfordian accent. I'm definitely Salfordian through and through now, though. Just going to throw that out there. Ipswich way, so down south.
Did you know much about rugby league before you came up here?
So I started watching rugby league a couple of years before coming up here because of a partner at the time. So probably since about 2015, I've been watching sort of pretty much.
Did you find it quick to pick up the game then? Obviously, as you say, coming from different team sports, was it easy to pick up and play?
Yeah, I think rugby is one of those sports that there's a lot of different sports that have transferable skills. You see players that have come from different sports and are now playing at a really high level, and we're not just talking rugby union, the other sports. So I just think that naturally, especially in women's sport, we've had to try different sports and until we find the one that I guess we're the best at or really love. And women's sport's progressing. So nowadays, if I was now a 9-year-old me, I'd be in an academy or a scholarship somewhere, hopefully. So
firefighting. I mean, rugby's hard enough. I tried it at school. I was no good. What goes through your mind wanting to do that?
Again, I just like to push myself. So I joined the fire service, actually London at the time, 11 years ago. And my career has obviously progressed during that time. Sort of mentioned up on stage, I now train the trainee firefighters, which allows me to play rugby because of not working shifts. But I think it's just sort of like a mentality side of things. You can push yourself to limits, and I think that helps with rugby, and especially as captain, because ultimately if I'm not prepared to push myself, then I can't expect everyone around me to do the same. So.
And you were on Radio Manchester at the weekend. How did that go? Was that more scary than fighting a fire or playing rugby league or whatever?
Yeah. No. So I've been asked to do it a couple of times. So I think that was my third match now. And to be fair, they're lovely and sort of helped me through it. And I guess it's just being able to try and talk about the sport you love and the sport you play. It actually probably helps me because I'm having to sit there and analyse it and tell people what I'm seeing as well. So actually it probably supports and hopefully help improve my game.